Hello, YouTube. We're live with some NACL VoD review on twitch.tv/CubbyXX, where you can follow me if you want to tune into these live. That said, these go to YouTube, so I talked to you at the start before we get back to streamer mode. Thanks so much for tuning into the VoD reviews. We have a good one this time around. It's TLC versus Fear Starforge, two of the middle-of-the-pack teams in the league. Fear Starforge making a claim to really compete for the top two, which it is announced that if you do take top two, you get to play in that Tier 2 international event. TLC, I feel like they can compete, but we haven't seen everything we've wanted to see out of TLC so far. They feel like a middle-of-the-pack team that should be better, but they just aren't. Anyway, I'm excited to dive into this one. As Blaze Olive said he was looking forward to the midnight matchup against Romer, and frankly, it is a good one. So that said, follow me everywhere, CubbyXX, if you guys want to stay tuned for the VoD reviews. Feel free to drop a like, comment, or sub. The support of the YouTube channel has been pretty insane. We're almost close to 600 subs, and if we get to 1K, that's big for my channel. That said, let's dive on in. Okay. Game 1. We've got Ezreal, Sej, Yone, Kennen, Leona. So Ezreal open, taking away some of the early game for Fear Starforge. One of the quirky answers, I guess, in theory. But quirky brand and Cassante, I like that. I like this opener for Fear Starforge. I feel like when you take Renekton out of the mix, then Cassante on 3 makes a lot more sense for me. As like some of his bad matchups are already off the table, and then you get to take away 2 more. So now you're looking at Jax, which I'm a little bit surprised that we didn't see a Jax here for Jenkins, but I guess they do need some magic damage if this is the opener. And frankly, if I'm Fear Starforge, I would have thought about, just given the need for magic damage, maybe leaving Gnar up and taking away Kennen instead. Leona gets through later on. Leona has some strengths this game against these two specifically, but then Alistar. I really like Alistar in this matchup. And again, I will make the claim, maybe we don't take away MF. I feel like MF is strong early, but MF doesn't have Wombo set up with this. And also Ezreal can kind of dodge out on that lane a little bit. You do lose pressure, but you're still going to be Ezreal later on. I would have rather taken away Alistar if you want to open with Leona. And then if they Leona, you can take Braum and it's kind of chill. Or like you still get Rel. So I actually think the TLC made a couple... I think each team made a little bit of an oops in draft. Yeah, I would have taken away Kennen. I would have taken away Alistar if I want to set up Leona. I don't think MF ban's necessary. Like this actually deals pretty well with MF. And this. So, anyways, let's keep going. Chumbus. What's up, Soggy Loggy? Big Soggy Logs in chat. I'm drenched, bro. I hope the lifts have been good. Ooh. Thrunes. Conquer for Jenkins in this matchup. I actually kind of like that. I feel like you can continue to auto. And, ooh, I thought we were going to have a lane swap setup. Not the case. It's going to be Aftershock for Cassante. You. Kind of you. We're having more attack speed from the ADs now that BTs are earlier in the setup. I like Conquer brands. Everything else is pretty chill. I think this is the... Either this or Blue Tree for Sedge is the right way. Oh, first day at camp. The boys were buzzing. Love to hear it. When are you casting? I cast this weekend for Challengers League. I don't know if I'm Saturday or Sunday, actually. I do have to double check. I kind of slept in today, which might have assassinated my productivity. But we're getting some VoD reviews done. And I needed some sleep. I was up at 8 a.m. the last 2 days with, like, not as much sleep as usual. So, not the worst thing to catch up. Jungler is mirrored path this game. I think that does benefit the brand, having the lack of interaction. Okay. Yeah, it sucks she's chilling. TL do have winning lanes early. Like, at least in bot and top. But we haven't really gotten anything done to actually interrupt this brand, so it doesn't matter all too much. I see from Jenkins. Lane matchup still going very well. See Philip not wanting to pop his potion quite yet. Is abusing D shield and second one being low HP. Then he's going to TP back. Should be. Looks like Drake early on for TLC here. Or no. Okay, this makes sense to me. I think they can actually fight for grubs. Good pull by Philip. Yeah, so we're going to have grub fight. Oh, Kyo had to smite this one at 1 HP. That kind of sucks. Yeah, because now they get crab. Nice combo, though. Level 4 Alistar, not quite as useful. ABO does a nice job, though. Like, he's not affected by this, so he ends up having a really big fight. Whoa. And Instinct was here, which I don't think is super worth it. It's going to be a 2-for-1. And kills and grubs. But Ezreal does get some nice alone time here. And the lanes get funky afterwards. I do like how Fear Starforge played the post lane, or the post fight lanes. Yeah, this is... Oh, yeah, this is good. I also like what Keel does here. So Keel actually circles back, and they know ABO is flashless and max mana, so they just go kill his ass. That's good. I mean, I'm not going to say ABO overchase for Roamer. Like, it's fine. It's just that I don't think he can play that wave. He's got to reset. He thought he could. Not the worst mistake in the world, but wasn't oops. It was a nice play back heel, too. Yeah, we'll play. It does give Drake, and then the bonus grub goes over to Fear Starforge. So, but, I mean, Yone gets to play it. We set Corki behind a little bit. It's not bad. Ooh. Nice. We'll play TLC. Yeah, I think TLC against this brand, they have to really push the pace through mid. So, well played by them. Roamer does not have access to lifesteal yet. And he did go Greaves in this matchup, which makes sense for the Yone, but usually we see steel caps in the double marksman matchup when you face something like a Corki. He's going to have to head back to base. Instinct, rushing Bork or BT. So we're doing the MF tech. That's interesting. I mean, it makes a lot more sense why he didn't get lifesteal in his runes, but I'm wondering if that's Ezreal specific. I assume it's going to be BT. Nice buffer on the ult here from Spawn. Okay. That sucks. That also sucks. Until we're up in lanes, I just, like, they get out scale for me in this one. Kennen won't be able to move Cassante in the side lane later on. Yone can move people in the side lane, but you're still going up against a brand and then double marksman. So I think it's really on TLC to push the pace of this game. Okay. Nice execute onto the brand here. They blew his flash, and Kim down finding him's huge. So that's well played. I don't know why Kim gets this far back in the pit. It does require a Z flash. Maybe he doesn't need to burn that if he positions better at the start of the fight, but also Roamer with a really nice buffer here. He's actually able to have a pretty sick fight. Oh! Okay. This could have been better for TLC. I think that, looking back, Fear can't take this fight. Like, I know that we're spotted here. I think Winsome going on to spawn is an oops. Like, yes, it forces him over the wall. And then Axie flash, I think that's really the one way that he could flash. I just think he's got to get the fuck out. It's a good execute from TLC. Yeah, that's really well done from TLC. The back half of this could have went so much better too, by the way. Like, if Winston is a flash there, they get him. Instinct, his gun tanks something. And, like, the WQs are flashed out. So I credit to Fear Starforge. They had some good flashes in the back half there, but that could have went better for TLC. This is a really good fight for them. I think looking back, Fear Starforge probably can't take this if they don't have Cassante. I just don't feel like they're strong enough right now. They do scale really nicely, so looking for other plays. Potential. Oh, what's up, guy? Hmm. I like the sleigh ride here for Winsome. I don't really think there's upfront damage that he has to deal with, and he's Alistar. So I actually I'm really biased towards that item on Alistar. I'm biased towards that item, like, in general. I think Kimmy should go for it too, frankly. Okay, maybe this Cassante. I figured that this Cassante, like, post 25 minutes might be okay in the side lane, but I see armor for Philip, which he does need against the team. But that means that probably going to be longer window for Ken in the win up here. Jenkins forced out Cassante. He's going to get the tower finally. And then we have Rift Herald drop mid. It's a little bit early for the Dragon, but it's not bad. They're going to take Alistar ult for nothing. So that's really big, actually. It's a good push. And yeah, because of that Fear Starforge, you have to do something else. Oh. Oh, I mean, if this Q's on ABO, it's GG. Well, it's not like GG, but... Oh, that's close. Okay. Nice response from Fear Starforge. I think once they lose Ally ult, they can't do that Dragon either, so I like them playing towards topside so fast. And getting Jenkins flash is pretty valuable, so... Jenkins might have been able to play a little bit further back on that wave. Yeah, I don't think he needs to play this wave. For me, Jenkins bases after this tower, and then he's set up to join the fight. So that takes away the play, and that play top lane is already done. So, okay. So, I mean, the mistakes in this game are like... I haven't looked at anything, but like, that's terrible, or like, that's unreasonable, you know? Just, you know, one wave versus another. I think the only bad thing was like Kimmy getting caught one time. But even then, he turned the wall to make sure that that control ward had full coverage of the brush, and then he just found Bren, so... A lot of Merc treads. Oh, wait. I didn't even think about this in the draft, guys. This is really good for Fear Starforge, actually. I know it's not a ton of magic damage, but that pretty much gives you what you need against Kennen, and it's really good against what's showing here. I didn't mention that in draft. That's a big deal. A good read by Fear Starforge on that. Treads heavy is really big this game. Oh, this is not great for Jenkins. I mean, Instinct can join. Again, Jenkins is down flash. They have exhaust up. I mean, it's still a lot of damage. So you just lean on spawn now? Oh. Like Spawn's Ezreal has just been okay this game. I've seen better Ezreal games in this league. I think he played the like that first dragon fight where they found an ice pinch in the brand. I actually think he played that decently well. Like first Starforge released like flash the shit that was coming out. Well, there have been a couple fights where I feel like a couple of the mystic shots are wide or not on targets that I would want to put them on. Oh, Roamer? That's bad. And no Berserker Greaves against Corki. Gets smoked. I will say this build for Instinct kind of needs a third item to be online. So BT Rush, I'm a little bit torn on. You don't want to be shown on screen? Yeah. That wasn't the best. Good sidestep by ABO, but there's nothing really able, like... Yeah, that wasn't great. Oh, that's... Okay, I like that a lot from Spawn. I like that a lot from Spawn. Ezreal being level 14 is important here. There's no exhaust this time around. Nice ult from Philip, though. Can't Roamer E here. And then attack. Yeah. I actually, if he's going to go for this, fucking send it on the wall. Like, your target should be ABO, who's flashless, but if we Can't you E over here, and then we could Q3 into R? And well played by Winsome. He does go down, but he trades up. So, I mean, 2 for 2. It's like, you're down in health bars, but technically you did trade up in members. Ooh. I like this from spawn. Just defend the wave. If you defend the wave, you keep him off the dragon. So, well played, TLC. This is a good read. Well played. I'm kind of with you, Matt. It's split, though. They at least force XU off. But Philip does a really nice job of holding the line here. Yeah, that's really well done by Philip to just take space. Yep. Yeah, it's pretty well played. Okay, spawn's pretty big. Spawn, like, it hasn't been, I think, the most effective Ezreal game in fights, but we're level 15 with 280 CS at 26 minutes. That's pretty big. And he is the person that scales hard and, like, can have a big game in this setup. This is a very good game for Ezreal. I feel like every game's good for Ezreal. Oh. I mean, nice pick here. This isn't great. Yeah. Oh my god, that's lucky. Okay. The Jenkins death count doesn't matter too much, but there have been a couple moments where, like, he gave Fierce Starforge plays. Like, the top lane one where they took the dragon for free. That one's, like, more... Like, if he's not on that wave, I think it's... He just doesn't need to be on that wave. I think a Keel Flash. Spawn can't really chip Instinct anymore. I mean, that's been the case all game with the BT, but I'm looking for Spawn to find some other targets. This is good from Jenkins. Wait. Okay, never mind. Flashes are up here for Fear Starforge. Quite nice. Helium? I mean, we just threw this blind. What was that? That's not good. Remember TP's mids, they own this wave. I think it's a little bit of like a wave early, honestly. And like if I'm TL, I mean, I can see a world where if you TP bot, you're able to set up a better pincer. I know that their control is here, but if we TP bot and like get this wave up, then I actually kind of like playing the double flank from the bottom of river. Because I think Yone and Kennen, you do want angles. And it's a lot harder if you're like constantly contesting through mid. I think that the odds that you kind of get in this sort of standoff are just a lot higher. Good job here by Spawn. Like, this is the pinch where they need to play for me. Ooh. I think Roamer could have held that a little bit more. Okay, so 2 parts of the fight here. Philip interrupts Jenkins' ult. Does Jenkins need to ult this? I don't think so. I think Jenkins could have saved ult there. If Jenkins saves ult, like, this fight's Omega over. They still get... Okay, they still get Ocean from it. Nice by Kim down. XC's flash is down. So I like this a lot. That's wild. Take another flash. Okay. Yeah, zone him out into Baron. Nice. All right, good job. This is well played by TLC. They made it really hard for Fear Starforge in this scenario. I think that TPing bot, like, they could have gotten Fear Starforge to walk in and, like, use, like, a pincer, which is kind of what I was thinking. Neither team had control over bots. I think if UNA TP's bot in that scenario, you can pincer. I think it's really good for TLC's comp. Path towards plant. Summoners chasing, don't really need to. Looking at you, Roamer. Yeah, but they get Baron off it. So, like, I'm okay with it. And they did get ABO flash in the end, so it's actually worth. Oh, nice. Like, ABO doesn't have to flash the Ezreal ult if Roamer doesn't get the chunk in. That said, this is a really tough scenario for them to play out. I do think that they're kind of outscaled, so the fact that, like, this Baron's not a clean one does hurt TLC quite a bit. At this point of the game, I do favor Fear Starforge comp. I know they're down to Ocean Soul and 4.5k gold, but I think Ocean Soul doesn't matter against double marksman comp. And I don't think 5k gold matters too much against double marksman comp. Okay, Philip's dead. Get meleeed. They didn't give anything to spawn. Not earned. Well, they all just dogpiled on him. I mean, it's free. But they're going to lose a little bit for it. Yeah, okay, they lose 2 turrets. That's good gold. 3 turrets. That's really good gold going over to Fear Starforge. Yeah, this ends up being a bad play. What? How do we not? This is a bad play. Like, this is just not worth it. Like, he's dead. Don't get me wrong. Look at how much we lose, though. The moment we take Ezreal out of mid, we just lose 2 turrets. And this is questionable. So we get an inhib for TLC, but I think Fear Starforge went out of the play, frankly. Oh, yeah. They super went out on this play. Gold advantage gone. 1 minute before Elder. They get pretty solid shops in all around. I do appreciate the jock show for Spawn. I think that Spawn could think about going Frozen Heart or Randuin's, though, this game. I think that shit really does allow for you to play into Corki Aphelios, and you have range VR Spawn. But, like, think about if you trade your health bar and then you get back, which, like, defensive stats would really encourage, you get to abuse Ocean Soul a bit more. Okay, so Fear Starforge playing this from bot. And again, I feel like if you're in the river setup like this, it actually benefits TLC. If Jenkins is able to find angles, which he is on the wrong side, Jenkins has to go around. So yeah, I hate Jenkins being on this wave. If Jenkins wants to make this play happen, then they have to, like, find a way to wrap Jenkins around with a sweeper and get him a flank. Which Winsome will be in charge of at this point. All right, we got a good old flip. It goes to Brands, and that's game. Yeah, Romer took too long. Good play by Instinct here. Go back to where the E's at. Saw him come over the wall. Yeah. Oh, man. TLC in closing games. They can't contest this Baron. I just know there's no angle for the cannon. Even when he does get in, it's not great. Where's Spawn's fight? Ooh. Yeah. If your engage isn't clean at this point of the game, you're outskilled. Damn. Yeah, I really think the first Baron for TLC not going their way hurt them. Just weren't able to close. Came down, doesn't drop a ward, and then drops a ward, and then gets caught. Ouch. Ouch. They should have been able to play 3 wins a little bit more. You're correct. Okay, Roamer's the one that eats the exhaust. Oh my god, it's big. Instinct saves the sums, at least. Where was Instinct in all this? This is not on Instinct. I think this is just on Fear of Starforge. Instinct's got to play this next wave. And then he does group. They're playing this way too fast. They have to wait on this wave. So nice trigger pull from TLC. That's a little sloppy. That's quite sloppy. They don't lose for this though. Oh boy, it's a banger. I'll play to win some. Oh, what an instinct flash here. Wow, so they actually got him. It's a barn burner. They have Ocean Soul. They can go to Elder. Oh my god, Jenkins. I don't mind Romer and Jenkins throwing themselves in there. Because it does get the Elder. And you do trade out ABO, which is pretty worth at this point. Oh my god. I remember seeing this next clip on Twitter. I just didn't know how we got here. This game was ridiculous, by the way. Oh. Yeah. Wait until you hear the comms. Oh boy. And Philip's going to TP in and try and end. So I don't want to be like too LS build in this one. But if we are Philip and we have the gold, if we buy a Triforce, we win. Really nice Q3 to get Corki immediately. Even just blue pot. Yeah. Oh. Wow. It's a banger. TLC had Elders. They kind of use their Elder to get Baron and clean up the map. And Hibs are almost back up for each of our teams. I still feel like the Fear Starforge comp at this point of the game can't really lose. Like, TLC really have to make a big play to win this game. And they've already made a couple of big plays just to, like, even give themselves a chance. Ah. Just came in keel, not quite synced up. Well, that's big. They do get XU. Philip gets out. That's really nice. I mean, Double Marksman can drop this, but still kind of hold on. We have a TP come back, so it's a 4v4. We have GAs on Roamer and Spawn. Respect. Wait, they don't send it? They have nothing to send it with. Yep. By the way, at this point, if I'm Kim down, I'm throwing alt to win some here. I'm trading alt for alt. You have decent vision right now, and you trade up in cooldowns. I think your alt's like got a 40-second cooldown right now as Theona. Ali alt is not that. The kill sedge alts were not exactly at this game. Even if we want to go for this, by the way, we can have Cam try and wrap around, because if you find XU flashless, it is playable, right? So I like TLC. They need to find more ways to approach. Like, we should not be in a front to back like this. We should be using angles to try and pressure Aphelios the best we can. Try and pressure the flashless brand the best we can. I don't really know if I think FXS outscales, because I feel like TLC has more to play. I think at this point, the Cannon can't win on sideline against either. So that, like, I feel like they get outscaled because that's one. Two, it's a Brands and Alistar, which I feel like immensely outscale their counterpoint parts. And then Corki and Aphelios, if Cassante holds the door, it should be fine. Yes, Ezreal can break that, but everyone has to jump in. They have ways, like Alistar and Cassante can both keep Jenkins out of the team fight, and they have exhaust. So I think there are a lot of ways that Fear Starforge outplay. I agree with you that they can stretch the map a little bit more with Roamer. And I don't know why they didn't do that. That's bad. Also, we get a fun interaction here, where you don't go back, you try and snap back, but you die where you die with GA, which is really bad for Roamer. Ayo. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, what? I don't get this attempt. Any attempt from TLC should be starting with Kim down pressing R on Flash's Bren, or Keel pressing R on Flash's Bren, which was an attempt there, but it was sidestepped by XU. Jenkins was on a ward, so he gets exhausted. Could exhaust. That's just the fight. Yeah, this game wasn't that well played in the end. I like the first 20 minutes quite a bit, and then I didn't like the last bit. All right, GG's game 1. On to game 2. We traded so fast. Game 2. Nidalee, not banned, left up. We take the Nid. Zeri not secured. Nar Triss. So we have a top side. Jax to answer. I like Jax a lot already. 2 junglers that can maybe pressure Nid a little bit. Ends up being a Ivern, which can get pushed around early. Then it's Kaiser Rakan and MF, so they put the Zeri mid. I mean, I kind of think Zeri's mid from the start of this draft. I don't love Zeri mid. I do like the Fear comp a little bit better, though. No one can catch a Knot Hook. So I'm really... I get the commitment to get a topside here. But I really don't love the Rakan pick. Because I think that you need someone to at least hold the door. Like, who catches Knot Hook? Mini-Gnar or Mega-Gnar? That's your best option. And then we don't really have a lot of ways to deal with MF. And MF should win lane. I think Fear Starforge is like hard to win this draft. Jax outscales. I'm gonna give Philip the free level 1. Alright. I'm sure it was easy drop. So I don't see anyone. Oh, we didn't get... Do we not have runes? Sorry, I was keeping my cam down for runes. Alright. I mean, legitimately for me, this was the game for Kimmy to bust out the Thresh or the Blitzcrank. I just think you need someone that can catch this shit. So the fact that Knot was early picked and they committed 2 bans to it was good. Yeah, MF just pushes your shit in lane, and then Xy's here on the early clear. He does get spotted. Oh my goodness. Alright. I mean, spawn's level 2. Ouch. Alright. Still very worth for Fear Starforge. Well done by Roamer. I think Zeri mid's really fake, by the way. I do not like this pick. You kind of like... You are the marksman mid, but like you lose mid a lot of the time. Ooh. That's poor from Xy. So the flash. Shanga's got a nice freeze, but it's going to be steel caps for Philip, which feel really good this game. What? ABO hit the boss point because we're Zeri. We're scared of marksman coming. Jax is insane value. I don't know why we're not seeing more Jax, frankly. I agree with you. Like, I want to see Jax into Renekton. I think it's, like, it puts you on a... You know, you're sacking early game for that, but I think the Grubs are just too strong to see more of that matchup, because I think the Jax, like, has so much value throughout the game. Oh my god, Philip? This is really big. We'll play Philip. Philip's having a really nice split, by the way. It's been, like, this has for sure been one of the better splits I've seen Philip play. I think last summer he was solid. Like, his Renekton was ridiculously good. It wasn't bad in spring by any means, but like just wasn't, was kind of, you know, was kind of just there. He's been good this split. He's been good this split. I don't care that he's down 20 CS. He's Jax. It doesn't matter. And he caught most of that wave. Yeah, he's fine. The gank top was kind of on XU. Like, I think if he hits that Q, it's actually playable. XU got a second grub. Hey, it's gonna... Oh, Daisy caught it? I'm watching the bot side. So XU just shield tanked it and then hit the Q. Oh my god. He's got red buff. He can do this. No? Okay, never mind. Oh, he doesn't have enough mana. Alright, it's fine. I was like, if he flashes, this is doable. Maybe I'll lose his flash. I swear, man, every time I look at Zeri mid, this thing's just losing. I don't know the conditions that Zeri mid's good. I've yet to find them. Oh, wait. You have Ivern to shield Zeri. You benefit off Zeri passive. Found one. Better Zeri pairing the most, frankly. Oh my god. Zeri Matt forced all in against these losing lanes, forced in the early TP and equalize the lane. Yeah, it makes more sense than the TP. Again, I just feel like you lose the entire game. Good fine here by XU. Speaking of good splits, I don't think XU is like... I think there are very clear top 3 junglers in the league. And I'd put XG third out of all those. But he plays with the most creativity, which I really appreciate. And that does make me an XG fan. As has usually been the case. But I think it's very clear to me that like UG, Shade, and then XG are just the 3 best junglers in this league. I really feel like I would not be surprised if those are our top 3 teams at the end of the day. And a big reason for that being just who the junglers are on these 3 teams. I think there are other junglers that are good. Jungle's still the deepest pool that we have in this league, but I really feel like those 3 are like head and shoulders above the rest. This split. I'd put XU third on that, but again, I think XU does play with the most creativity, which I really value, and he's had some really good games because of that. But UG's been ridiculous, and Shaden's been pretty ridiculous. It's been really good. Oop. No, there's no way we jump in for that. All right, we'll play. I mean, what does TLC do this game? Like, for real? Like, they're already down 1k gold. You're playing, like, a no frontline comp into a redemption Ivern. I really think once they see Ivern, they should have taken Triss. Instead of taking Gnar, I really think they should have taken Rel. I think you play Rel into Ivern. Like, you just take Shield Break, you take Hard Engage, and you take the Rel not matchup, and it just is what it is, you know? It's like what do you do this game as TLC? You try your best to win side lanes against Jax? Like, cool. I'm with you, Matt Scoot. Ooh. All right, good fun. Good play by Kimmy and Jenkins. Yeah, good chain. Well done. I like that. They're not playing around the Jax lane, so I like it. Yeah, I mean, it's something. They don't lose too much for it. They actually get a nice play. Yeah, okay, so Fear Starforge is actually something to talk about. They can't push for the second crash here. So, I Fear Starforge, like, if they're going to make mistakes, it's because they overextend. This is definitely a spot where they overextend. They open themselves up to a really good angle from TLC. If they get the Herald crash in, they back off, they can actually reset, and, like, I think they can take top. But the map gets really bad for them when they go for more than just the one crash. Yeah, they're going to play for top in the back half. Like, now even TLC can kind of answer, so it's not just a trade. We'll play TLC. They made a lot out of that pick, so. But I feel like that's more of an error from Fear Starforge still. AO? Oh, nice. The boot out of Redemption was good from Roamer. Can we take this fight? I mean, it's a decent choke. The buffer from Roamer ends up being kind of big. He just gets one tapped. Yeah, we still can't take this fight. Okay, kill all the flash. Did Philip walk here? No, he TP'd. Jenkins had no TP, so the long fight was bad. Yeah, I mean, again, I can't fault TLC too much because I actually don't think this is, like, super bad for them. Even if they lose the fight and trade even in towers, just because I don't know what they do this game. I think they just have to make dumb plays and pray it, like, goes their way. I mean, their win con's Roamer. Like, Roamer plus the Nid, maybe. But you're still playing in the Jax. And not. Like, that can really fuck with Triss. I mean, I will say, I think the double marksman comp is better for TLC as this game goes on. Like, the double marksman specifically. It's just Fear Starforge have Jax and Ivern. And we like those champions as the game goes a little bit later on. Kill's in a decent spot though right now. Like the nice part about playing against Ivern as in Italy is that you can kind of brawl. It's just you can't brawl into the Jax. Like, all my issues with this draft, like, really just come down to the Jax. That is hilarious, by the way. Oh my god, he lived. Guys, why is this Jax champion not being played? Look at how disgusting we are. That's filthy. Like, the time bought into actually having the play go your way is disgusting. Also, I don't get why TLC sent more than 2 members up here. I feel like it's this play, and then you hope, like, you play for Dragon as 3. I guess they're just accepting that the Dragon's sacked, which is fine, but I actually think in this case scenario, like, you can't, like, you're trying to make this game weird. And if you group, it's just never going to be a win. All right, they lose drag for Baron. Nice collapse by Fear Starforge. I guess they did get Drake in the end. It's just too weird. I think you send 2 up there and then you just fucking abandon them. Like, Philip at least didn't have TPs, so if you do chunk him out, like, you rotate down, it's actually playable. Oh. X you dirty dog. Leandri Nid, the fuck? That's like the standard Nid build. Taking Conquer and going Leandri's is what Canyon's doing. Yes. It's fine, actually. You get to brawl. It's hard to brawl on the Jacks. You can brawl into the rest. Okay, GG's. Nice 2-0 Fear Starforge. Game 1 was something else. But yeah. All right, if you guys enjoyed this VoD review, feel free to drop a like, comment, sub, and tune in for more. I've been Cubby. It's been NACL Week 7, Match 1, TLC versus Fear Starforge VoD review. We'll see you for the next one.